She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon.
It really does end with us.
She's a Me Too victim there. That's absurd. She seems like kind of a jerk. Wow, she's like kind of a bully. She's rather mean.
The world has long admired Blake Lively as the epitome of Hollywood grace and charm. But when Megyn Kelly dropped a bombshell expose, everything changed. Allegations of manipulation, power plays, and behind-the-scenes drama have rocked Blake's carefully curated image. Now, for the first time, Blake Lively is speaking out, addressing the claims that have left fans and critics alike stunned. Megyn Kelly's revelations were nothing short of jaw-dropping. She dug deep into Blake's past, uncovering moments that paint a very different picture of the actress we thought we knew. One of the most shocking claims centered on Blake's alleged behavior during the production of It Ends With Us.
Here she is at the 2022 Forbes Power Women's Summit.
I would show up on a set. I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do.
So she's a serial fraudster. That's called fraud, when you pretend you want to do the one thing and you'll do the thing they're hiring you for, but all along you have secret plans to do something very, very different that's above your pay grade. And she finally bumped into someone who was weak enough and not famous enough to stop her, right? This Justin Baldoni, most people had never even heard of him. He'd been in like one series. He certainly wasn't at Ryan Reynolds level fame, never mind Blake Lively. And she bullied him into giving her the movie where she did her own cut. They released the cut of the movie. He didn't even get to see it. He was the director of the film, the producer of the film, the guy who got the rights to the film, the one who's supposed to be in control. He didn't even get to see it. He was in the basement at his own movie premiere. And then she had the nerve, because she had 2 minutes of bad publicity when the film hit, to come out and try to blame it all on him. None of it was just due to the fact that she seems like a rather shitty person.
According to Kelly, Blake didn't just star in the film, she took control of it, sidelining director Justin Baldoni and overriding his creative vision. By the time the movie premiered, Baldoni was reportedly kept out of sight, while Blake took center stage. Kelly called it a calculated power grab, sparking outrage among fans and industry insiders. But Blake isn't staying silent. In a recent statement, she addressed the allegations head-on. "I've always been passionate about my work," Blake said. "Collaboration is key in any project, and I've never intentionally undermined anyone's vision." These claims are not only false, but deeply hurtful. Blake also responded to the resurfaced 2016 press junket incident, where she was accused of mocking a journalist's appearance. "That moment has been taken out of context," Blake explained. "I would never intentionally hurt someone, and I regret if my words came across that way." Megyn Kelly, however, isn't backing down. In a follow-up segment, she doubled down on her claims, calling Blake's response convenient and dismissive. Kelly pointed to a pattern of behavior, from Blake's alleged feud with Gossip Girl co-star Leighton Meester to her reported clashes with other industry professionals. "This isn't about one incident," Kelly said. "It's about a consistent pattern of behavior that can't be ignored."
Blake Lively had a point on one thing. Her time as the Hollywood it girl. The days of the left bullying and controlling us without much pushback. The days of the media pretending to be objective and independent and demanding to be left beyond.
I know this gets overused now, but she did FAFO. Like, she thought she could blame all of her negative press on him. He's a weakling. And she decided, I can't take 1 month worth of negative press, which she got, generated, she says, by him. He says by you and your badness. And she's so thin-skinned, look what happens to you. Look what happened to poor Jay Cal even on this show. People get picked on when they're in the public eye, right? Like, just Google Megyn Kelly. You'll see terrible articles about me. It's part of being in the public eye. She's just used to being Hollywood's golden girl. And she had such thin skin that after having a couple negative things happen to her for a month, she had to blame him. She decided to blame him. And boy, did she open up a hornet's nest. And
Blake's supporters have rallied behind her, praising her for addressing the allegations directly. But critics argue that her response raises more questions than answers. Why did it take so long for her to speak out? And why are so many former colleagues staying silent? As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear. Blake Lively's image is at a crossroads. Whether she can rebuild her reputation, or whether these allegations will define her legacy remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over.